What's going on, guys? Apathetic here, and today I'm going to be discussing the Chattering Bone Pulse Rifle. I luckily got this pulse rifle the one and only time I ran the Last Wish raid. Big raider, by the way. And I thought I would give you guys my thoughts on it. So we will cover the roll on my Chattering Bone, the rolls you should look for if you're farming one, and lastly cover how this pulse rifle compares against other pulse rifles in the Crucible. Let's get into it. Getting right into it, guys, Chattering Bone is a 450 RPM lightweight frame pulse rifle with an impact of 27, range of 39, handling of 72, and a reload speed of 66. As for the roll I got on my Chattering Bone, I actually was lucky enough to get the curated roll, so I'm rocking corkscrew rifling for the barrel, a light mag for an increase in reload speed and range, kill clip for that increased damage when reloading after a kill, high impact reserve rounds at the end, rounds at the end of a magazine deal more damage, and lastly a range masterwork. For this roll, guys, honestly, after looking at the other options that this weapon can roll, I really feel the curated roll is probably pretty close to the most optimal roll for Chattering Bone. I mean, maybe the only thing I would change is maybe the barrel for Hammerforged rifling for that straight increased range. Maybe if you're on console, you look for a barrel that increases more of the stability. But even in the second column, you just can't beat light mag, specifically on PC, when it gives the same range boost as ricochet rounds and high caliber, but also boosts reload speed. Now for console, I could see ricochet rounds being the winner here because it gives you that increased range and plus 10 stability, which we know in console is super nice to have. Moving on to our last two columns for this weapon, I could see people wanting Outlaw Rampage as a possible roll, but I would honestly prefer Kill Clip, and the reload itself already feels very fast with light mag, and I was even using pulse reloading gauntlets. Then having the high impact reserves is nice because it'll allow you to just do a little more damage toward the ends of the magazine. So whether you're proccing Kill Clip or high impact reserves, you're looking at a scenario where you always have some kind of damage boost on this weapon. Jumping into how this weapon compares to other pulse rifles in the Crucible, the first thing, guys, we gotta talk about are some of the heavy hitters when it comes to pulse rifles in the Crucible, and that means we're talking about Bygones and Blast Furnace. Now these two pulse rifles are very popular in the Crucible. They hit very hard, have great range, and that's going to be the two things that are going to be really tall order for Chattering Bone, is again that range and impact on Bygones and Blast Furnace. It just makes those weapons so strong, and honestly, in my opinion, Blast Furnace is probably the best pulse rifle in Destiny 2 because of the amount of damage it does and the fact of how much range it can have. I can basically have max range, which is so basically it's a pulse rifle with the range of a scout rifle, so that's going to be really hard for any other pulse rifle to compete against just because its stats are so insane. Now even with that being said, I still really enjoy Chattering Bone. I love weapons that allow you to move faster when it's equipped, because it makes just everything in your movement feel more fluid. I felt like it was super easy chaining kills together because of either proccing Kill Clip or high impact reserves. I mean, I dropped 58 defeats in this game with Chattering Bone, guys, and I don't think I've ever done that with another pulse rifle. And I think for me, the big difference was that this pulse rifle fits a little bit better into my playstyle compared to maybe something like a Blast Furnace. I really like Blast Furnace, but with Blast Furnace, I feel like it's optimal when you can sit super far back and just kind of rain devastation on everybody from across the map because the range is so far. With this pulse rifle, I was playing more in like the medium-ish range, and I feel like I compete pretty well actually with hand cannons and most other pulse rifles because the weapon felt snappy, the ADS was quick, and I can get in and out of situations. And if anybody got too close to me, of course, you know, I had my trusty shotgun. So I really enjoy this weapon, especially when it comes to the handling and reload speed, especially with my curated version. It does have slightly better reload speed and great handling, which again, I just love weapons that make my overall play feel more fluid, and pairing that with this weapon that makes you move faster when it's equipped and the great handling, it definitely gave me that sense. With this weapon, guys, I don't think you can go wrong. Try to aim for that curated roll. It's so good, almost perfect in my opinion. Again, the only thing I'd really change is the barrel. On PC, Again, maybe light mag isn't the best option for you, but I think you guys would still really enjoy this pulse rifle. So again, all in all, guys, I'm glad I gave this weapon a run. I actually never really touched it after I initially got it running the last Wish raid. I just kind of threw it in my ball. I was like, oh, I'll get to it later. Well, later is now, and I'm glad I did. And like they say, better late than never. But let me know in the comments, guys, where this weapon ranks for you amongst some of the other top pulses in the game. With that, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed, as it's a free way to support me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
You've got some fight in you. Good. Perfect.